clean again. General here, back with another video, and today I'm just going to be giving you a little bit of an update on this here truck. Now this truck has served me well. So far I have driven it long and hard, and it has not given up on me, not once. Repairs I've done to it so far is I have regularly changed the oil, which is like twice at this point, and yeah, that's it. But here we have the interior, and I'm actually fixing the problem I had with the steering wheel right now. That little strip there kind of falling off. I just put some flex glue on it, and hopefully it'll solidify nicely, and I'll have a steering wheel that looks good. Just took the steering wheel cover off too and cleaned it. This whole truck has just been freshly cleaned. I know the floor is still a little stainy, but I mean, it's rubber. This is a work truck. Who cares? The paint is shiny. The wheels look great. These hubcaps still looking fine. And the whole truck really has just held up really well to my driving. The other side of the truck looks just as nice over here. I mean, I have blemished and scratched the paint. We got a scratch here from a pallet. We've got some run down here from something here. The roof is a bit scratched because hold on a second here, because I went under a low tree. So I mean, it's not perfect, but I mean, I never expected this truck to be perfect. I expected it to get me from point A to point B, and point A to point B it has gotten me. Coming in here, we're clocked in at 130,480 miles. If it'd focus, here, let me try switching to manual focus. Yeah. This camera's not very good with macro shots, I guess. Yeah, 130,480, and I've apparently got 11 miles on this tank. So, yeah. The hood here, it still looks great here too. I have replaced the radiator cap, I remember now. So yeah, big repair there. Cost me a whole lot of money, like $5. But aside from that, I mean, this truck is just, it's just been chugging along, man. I take it on the highway, take it through the city streets. It does just great. Now, it has developed one problem. The air conditioner is not working. However, I know why. It's low on Freon. It has a slow leak. That's fixable. But right now, that doesn't matter anyway. It's like 50 out here, and it's the middle of the day, so you know, it doesn't really get hot enough for an air conditioner right now. But I'll get that fixed when I get it fixed. Surprisingly, everything's still hooked up, including Yield's smog pump. And again, surprisingly, this truck actually gets a little bit of power putting down the road. After I've put some good oil in it, you know, cleaned out the injectors, and just kind of caught up on maintenance with this truck a little bit over the last year and a half I've owned it, or around there. Over that time, I've just pretty much tuned this thing up slowly, and I have noticed a boost in power. I would say that this motor was probably only making around 90 to 100 horsepower when I bought the truck, just due to things needing to be upkept on it, because this truck was halfway close to abandoned when I bought it. But after doing some cleaning, and I did change the plugs and wires once, it's probably back up to around 120. I doubt it has its original number of 125 horsepower, but I mean, who knows? Just maybe. This truck is in very good shape. That does still have the exhaust leak, and I'll show you that here in a minute. But overall, she has held up. Now, I have worked 2 jobs in this truck now. It's hauled boxes and boxes and boxes. I've helped 2 people move with this truck, actually. But on top of that, it's held, I believe it was 2,100 pounds of concrete in the bed of this thing. Oh, take no guesses. It was bottomed out, but it still drove around and got the shit where it needed to go, and I didn't pop a spring or pop a spring or nothing. So it got the job done. It just looks pretty front to back. I still need to paint my bumpers, but it's just not a big deal right now. This truck is pretty much just getting me where I need to go at the moment. But let's fire it up, shall we? Let's clean this thing up. Now the modifications that I have done overall on the truck is I put an OEM radio in it. If you remember from the last video, it did not have an OEM radio in it. It had a very crappy radio in it. I believe it was a JVC unit, something or other. Somewhere around, early 2000s made, more than likely. And I just popped this off by accident. Be right back. So, keys in the ignition. Truck is dead cold. Right to life. And that's pretty much always the case with this truck. I've never had this baby fail to start. I've never had this truck really give me any issues aside from, just little tiny minor things that were fixed within 5 minutes of them happening. So, that's not too bad. And you can hear, runs smooth. Runs real smooth. And turn the wind buffer on. I actually have heard some bad about this truck recently. If anybody watches a car channel called The Car Wizard, he was doing a mid-sized trucks video, and he said to stay away from Dakotas with the 3.9 or the 318. Well, I say, what in the hell is wrong with you, Car Wizard? Have you never driven one of these before? Reliable. I can't even tell you how reliable those 318s are. They're just unbelievable. But reliable. And he said to get the 4-cylinder Dakotas. I just don't get that. I don't think you realize how weak the 4-cylinder Dakotas feel. You got to remember how big these trucks are. Like, they came in long beds, they came in extended cabs, quad cabs. The 4-cylinder isn't very good for that, especially not back in the 90s. But I'll put y'all over by the exhaust, and you can just hear this baby roar. And by roar, I mean I'm going to slightly raise the wall and the camera. So what I was saying was I'm not going to be revving this thing very much. Like I said, it is cold right now, and I'm not about to damage the motor. So I'm just going to set the camera down, and you can hear this baby sing. This VHS camcorder is very convenient because I can set it up on stuff without it falling over like a normal camera today. Shut this door. I'm going to rev her up, and then I'm going to back it out into its normal spot and give you a good final look at it. Alright, and there she is. I just remembered, I forgot to mention, actually, let me put the battery pack back in my pocket. I forgot to mention that I also did add connections for a small subwoofer in this truck, which do work with the OEM radio, which is very nice. So yeah, take a look at that. You know, a lot of people say this little Dakota is ugly, and I can't say I don't see where they're coming from. Kind of does look like a generic video game car, as I've said in the past, but it's just got more character than what we've got today. That's probably just because it's old, so it looks different than what is today. I mean, this thing looked just like everything that was on the road back in the day. But, I mean, this truck is just, it's one of the last of the idea of a simple, basic work truck. I mean, I've got, you know, pull-out manual floor vents in this truck. I've got a, you know, straight bench seat in this truck. I've got barely any features. I mean, hell, this truck did have models that came without air conditioning. So, this was one of the last of the great basic trucks. Just like that one. Because we all know in '94, Dodge came out with the truck that really changed everything into what we know now as those things. Being said, I'll see you guys in the next video. I hope you enjoyed this one. I enjoy my Dodge Dakota, and if y'all are out there looking for a truck that's got a long bed but is still small enough to be somewhat easy to park, try and find a first-gen Dakota. These are great cars. With that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video. Hope you enjoyed this one.